Hello guys! Welcome to another exciting episode of 16-Bitium. As you can see, I'm sitting here by the crackling fire since Mr. Putin doesn't want to give us any gas anymore. Gas is super expensive now, so we heat the house with the old fireplace. To be honest, we haven't used this in like years. First thing I bought is a package from China, I believe. And I bought this on a whim like almost a year ago, I think. And it's not really because it was different on the picture. But basically, ooh, this is pretty nice. It's a translucent, clear Mega Drive case. So I'm gonna build a Mega Drive in this, of course. The only thing I still need to purchase is like a little switch to install the region mod. This wasn't cheap, it was like €100, but it comes with every tiny detail that you would need to build a Mega Drive. It's made by RGR. Here you can see their Twitter link. And they make like cases of, like this for basically every system in existence, as long as it's nice and retro. So I got another package from Kevin Kobas. It's insane what I got this time. I don't, to be honest, don't know the prices anymore exactly for all these games, but it wasn't cheap. I mean, it wasn't eBay price, but it wasn't super cheap either. So the first and only PlayStation game I picked up is Pepsi Man! He said this copy was a bit scruffy, but in my opinion it looks perfect. Comes with the obi or the spine. Really looking forward to playing this one. It's a ridiculous game of the Pepsi guy running and picking up Pepsi. I assume it's a bit like Crazy Taxi, but it's right up my alley. And then I got 2 Saturn games, which is a bit of a shame because they're both sealed. And you know me, I want to play them, but I also hate to break the seal. These were about, I believe, 30 a piece. Pocket Fighter, awesome game. Yeah, it looks brand new, you know. It is brand new, of course, but. And this one is a cheaper game, but it's also still sealed. Anarchy in the Nippon, which is like a Virtua Fighter clone on the Saturn. That's apparently, I never played it, but much better than the original Virtua Fighter. Also super smooth, 60 frames per second graphics, so apparently a really good game. Sadly, never got any popular. It didn't get popular. Then I have some Super Famicom goodies. This one's amazing. I didn't even know they released it in Japan, but Wolfenstein 3D, The Claw of Eisenfaust. And I actually sold my PAL copy of this game because it's pretty expensive. And now I have it was a loose copy, of course, a nice complete boxed copy of Wolfenstein on the Super Famicom. This one is a game most of you probably won't know, Sheen the Blade Chaser. It's also pretty expensive, I got a pretty good deal. It's like a first-person game like Cross Swords on the Neo Geo or not Top Hunter, what's the other first-person brawler? Top Secret? I don't remember the title, but you get 2 of them on the Neo Geo. And yeah. This one is pretty insane because it goes through different ages. You'll be fighting Nazis, but also ninjas, everything. It's a pretty cool game. Only played it on an emulator so far. This game I actually don't know anything about, but it was super cheap. I believe $10 or $8. Battle Masters. It's like a Street Fighter game. But I assume it's not really a good one because it was so cheap. And this one is also a pretty nice one. Zoku. This is the legend of Bishin. I don't know if it's based on a anime or like a comic or something, but it's super cool art. And it's two types of gameplay: racing, you get a race to another place, and then it's side-scrolling beat 'em up. So pretty cool, pretty cool. And bang, a Western game, but I love Western games in like Japanese editions. Smash TV, awesome game. If you don't have this on any platform, buy it. It's a twin stick shooter. Before there was such a thing as a twin stick shooter, of course. And yeah, it's a pretty awesome game. This was also quite cheap. I think 15 or 20. And I sold my double copy to my buddy Glenn. So yeah, my PAL copy, I mean. And the last, but certainly not the least game is Roku Tenaji Blues, something like that. Yeah, I think this is definitely based on an anime or a manga. It's like a high school drama where all the guys are like super mean to each other, and it's like a one-on-one fighting game. But they're also with like weird mini games. You have to like stand in line and go to the toilet and things like that. But mainly it's just a fighting game. So, and I mean, check that box art out. This was also not an expensive one. So yeah, pretty awesome stack. I think in total it was over 200 euros. The most expensive one was the Drink Pepsi Man game, but these games are so awesome. So, I'm gonna bid you guys farewell. Maybe I'll include a video of me putting a motherboard in that Mega Drive case. And I'm gonna enjoy my crackling fire and play some Pepsi Man. And see you guys later. Bye. So guys, I'm gonna build myself a translucent Mega Drive. These come from Retro Gaming Restore. These aren't cheap, but I hope it will be well worth it. I won't film the whole time because I want to watch some YouTube in between, but hopefully you guys will enjoy the end products. So guys, I want to do a quick follow-up on my case build here. I have some pros and some cons. First of all, what I think is a con is that you need to use the black button from your original Mega Drive, and you also need to destroy that part of the original Mega Drive to get the button out. So personally, I think that is a con. Also, this button doesn't really spring up. Maybe I need to put in a spring. I don't think it normally has a spring, but it's in too deep. Here, I had to cut a part out to fit the original heatsink. They did include replacement heatsinks, but yeah, I really didn't feel like taking the original ones off, putting these ones in. And also the backplate that they provided, it snapped. It snapped just like in an instant. So yeah, I left it open for now. Also, as you can see, that's not really, well, maybe it's their fault, I don't really know, but the PCB is a bit elevated here at the back. I don't know if you can tell. I had to cut some parts of this feed here because it was too large. The soldering, you can see it here, the soldering was coming too high. So I had to cut some parts, and I think I have to cut some more because it's still a little bit elevated. So what else? This is my own fault, of course. I'm not an expert at these things. I sticked on the letters a little bit too far to the right. They did include smaller letters, but since I'm asking for a new black plate, I'm also gonna ask for the new letters because I like the big 16-bit logo. Kind of a shame that the other words aren't included, but what can you do? All in all, now that it's complete, it looks much better, I think, than when it was completely empty. Another thing that I need to do is file down this cartridge slot. As you can see, it's not exactly straight, and I think in the future it might damage the game labels if you're not careful. Another thing that I want to do, but I actually have no idea, still need to figure out how to do this, is to actually start adding LEDs to the main PCB here, so that basically when something happens, the lights, when I turn it on, all the lights included start flashing and make it really super quiche. But you know, that's what I like. So yeah, so all in all, these kits are pretty expensive. It's $110, I believe. So I don't know if it's actually worth it, especially with the back plate snapping up like instantly. Also, one that's also not their fault, one of the original screws, you have to, I don't know if you can see this black part inside, is from the original Mega Drive as well. And one of the screws just snapped off while screwing it in place. And I can't, luckily it has two other screws, but this screw is actually not attached right now. So all in all, it looks pretty sweet. I also am gonna mod a region switch in this machine, but I'm actually not sure yet where I'm gonna put it. So if in the past I mainly put the region switches here on the back. I just made an extra hole, or in the past I also used this hole right there, which is pretty useless. But I often also just put a hole right here or whatever. But I was thinking, because I want to turn knob somewhere because it's just easier to have your knob on the front, like all guys out there, of course. But I don't know, I just need to find the perfect button first. Yeah, I know I sound anal, sorry. So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and talk to you later.